Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Michigan International Speedway here for chase race number 4, race 18 of the season for the Quicken Loans 400. Last year's winner here, Peggy Boling, grabbing the pole and a new lap record for qualifying. Dylan Young, one of the chasers, will start beside her. And then you got two more chasers in the next row, Michael Naylor and Sam Rogers. Sean Galligan and another chaser, Connor Breton, in row 2. Carol Morton and chaser John Lanez, row 4, with Sean Harple and Nolan Bergeron in row 5. Sorry. Entering today's race, chaser Cameron Gaddu leads the points. He starts 24th. He leads 2 points over Michael Parker, who starts 29th, and 2 points over Zachary Rogers, who starts 37th. 8 points back is I forget now. Somebody's 8 points back. Micah Kidney is 9 points back. It might be either Sam Rogers. It might be Michael Naylor. I can't remember. Other chasers. Let's see here. Oh, Skylar Dixon won last week's race at Indianapolis. Part-timer there. Will be racing again this week. Micah Kidney starts 14th. Michael Santos 19th. Cody Russell 26th. Robert Rogers 27th. Allison Rogers 30th. Benjamin Tilton 31st. And Max Newworth 41st. Max Newworth is last in chaser standings right now. 64 back, I think. So these guys get ready for 40 laps of racing. Who will emerge victorious? We had some fuel strategy here last season. Peter Sands could have won this race, but caution came out, and that screwed up his bid for his first career victory. Can he have better luck today? He starts 22nd. As these drivers enter turn 3, 40 laps for racing, same distance as last season. Knowing the fuel lasts about 25 laps or less, you know you can probably make it on one stop depending where you pit. We had a huge crash here last season. It was last season or season 3. I think it was. It's probably season 3 I'm thinking about. But we did have a big crash here, either last season or the season before. Anyway, green flag is out in the Quicken Loans 400. Boling getting a good push from Naylor, and we saw that on single file restarts. If two drivers, second and third, get a good start, move to the outside lane in a one-lap shootout situation, that outlying driver will have the advantage, and that driver was James Morton in the Code Red Series race. Got his first career victory, moved to the points lead. As Michael Naylor currently leads, he had a shot to win last week at Indianapolis. He looks like he might have a good shot here this week too. He will lead the first lap. And we already have a caution. Looks like Sheila Sullivan and Allison Rogers got involved in something, and I don't like the look of this. These guys are a little tight bunched here. And yeah, somebody else wrecked. Oh, the leader! Galligan and Peggy Boling must have got together. And Peggy Boling's smoking, so her bid for back-to-back victories is done. Now Galligan's got to get through here. Oh, let's just run into the back of Stephanie Vanas. Nice going, you dumbass. Austin Alves is smoking too. Oh my gosh. Let's go over and see what the heck happened here. Cameron Gaddu's running 4 wide with Fitzwater, Tilton, and Nico Tringali. He hits the wall, bounces into the 51, sending the 51 down into the 53. And that just sends those two spinning out. So that was really all that happened to them. I want to see what happened to the 43 here. Oh, yeah, the 43 and the 19 just locked doors, and it's in the story. And Austin Alves just has nowhere to go. Peggy Boling's trying to reset her car, and she just nowhere to go for Austin Alves. So those Tuesdays will end early. And then Galligan ended up running into the back of a NAS, and that is all, I think. So let's get you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back racing here at the Quicken Loans 400 here at Michigan. We will have 35 laps of racing to go. Sean Galligan, Peggy Boling, and Austin Alves all out of the race. Peggy Boling did not want to see this after she started on the pole. You know, it is tough to slow down here at Michigan. So Peggy Boling's bid for a top 25 finish in the standings could be in jeopardy. Allison Rogers, Stephanie Manas still racing. John Linares came down the pit road. These three did come to pit road. Vanas for damage. Allison Rogers maybe too, but John Linares did pit. I'm not sure why. You can't really make it from here. Top 10 rundown coming back to the green. Michael Naylor leads. Carol Morton second. Dylan Young third. Nolan Bergeron fourth. Sean Harple fifth. Peyton Goodwin sixth. Connor Breton seventh. Skylar Dixon 8th, Greg Lyons 9th, with Benjamin Dion 10th. By the way, Skylar Dixon is somewhat solidified for a Season 6 ride, but only if he goes to sign up. If he does not sign up, he is not in the next season. And you cannot save it for another season. So the pace car will dive down. We'll have 35 laps of racing to go. No part-timers out, no chasers out. Green flag back in the air. Carol Morton gets a better jump to the outside of Michael Naylor. But with no help for the 47, Naylor will keep the lead. And let's see how many laps these guys can go. Green flag, I guess the lag is starting to creep in, but oh well. So you watch them come down to the back straightaway. Dylan Young in second. Dylan Young won back at Coca-Cola, looking for maybe a second victory on the season as Naylor leads it. They're going to make it a lap green. So here comes Dylan Young to the bottom, looking for the lead. Is everybody still doing okay? They're only 2 wide at the most right now. They're 3 wide behind Dylan Young now as Naylor moves up the track. Dylan Young has had a good car here this weekend. Qualified second. As they are pack racing up here at the front, mostly single file behind them. As Young continues to lead, here comes Greg Lyons in the 21 Ford. And now they're 4 wide. Dion on the bottom. Oh, boy. Carol Morton, Nolan Bergeron hit the wall. They're going to regroup. Micah Kidney on the apron. Somebody put up some dust back here. It might have been Vanas. It might have been somebody else. But there's dust on the front straightaway. Tri-oval there. Now Peyton Goodwin gets in the wall and they're around. Peyton Goodwin spins out. Oh, they're scattering. And they wrecked. They're wrecking still. Robert Rogers is around. Everybody went flying to avoid. Peter Sands has damage. His day appears to be done. Tony Vieira's got some hood damage. And it looks like everybody went scattering after Peyton Goodwin spun out. Dylan Young is your race leader. Let's take another look and see what exactly happened after Peyton Goodwin spun. Alright, so Peyton Goodwin's only up top 3 wide. Sam Rogers falling back. Connor Breton. Excuse me. Peyton Goodwin's just gonna... Oh yeah, Connor Breton's kind of there, but he's just gonna hit the wall. And then he bounces off of... Wow, look at that. Bounces off of Michael Naylor. And he spins out. Now Sam Rogers is way down the track. Beeson moves down the track. I don't even know why Beeson did that. But this is just not going to work at all here. And then, oh yeah, Amato moves up into Cody Russell, and those guys get up. So there's Nicholas Zamudio, Tony Vieira, Cody Russell, Peter Sands all spin out. And then down the bottom, everybody's slowing up, and Sheila Sullivan runs right into Robert Rogers, getting into Philip Tringali. Adam Rogers involved. That's basically what happened. Peyton Goodwin just gets between those. Spanos never really slowed down. Could have slammed really hard into the 8. So a lot of small crashes. But it looks like Peter Sands' day is done. So let's get you to the race restart. And I'm not sure if these guys pit yet because they really can't make it from here. We see Sean Harple had come right off the wall, but they're already 4 wide. Oh, Brenda gets loose, gets into the 3. The 3's going to go up, and he hits the wall, and he's just going to bounce right off of Eric Powers, and that sends him spinning. Sean Harple not going to hit the 3 car here. He's just going to slow down, gets right by him, so the 3 just with a small spin, some right side damage, and he should be good to go. And with that, that's our second small spin caution of the race. We have not had the big one occur yet, and I'm sure it's looming. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing. New leader Michael Beeson in the 00. And this is actually kind of interesting because I don't think he was that high entering pit lane. He must have taken 2 tires or no tires to get up here. Zachary Fitzwater is 2nd. Allison Rogers 3rd. Dylan Young 4th. Greg Lyons 5th. Benjamin Tilton 6th. Max Neward 7th. Connor Breen 8th. Michael Santos 9th. And Steve Carell 10th. Everybody did come to pit road. Philip Tringali up to 12th. You know, he was way back there due to slow cars, but he moves up to 12th now. I'm looking at some other chasers here. Michael Naylor's 18th. John Lennier's 19th. Sam Rogers 23rd. Eric Powers 25th. Robert Rogers 31st has damage. Excuse me. Michael Parker's 34th. He does not have damage. So these 3 just had Harple and Zachary Rogers had some small right side damage. So these 3 back here are all up to speed, as well as Alan Cavanero, I think. So they will probably get stuck, and they will have to maybe work the draft. We will have 19 to go as the green flag comes back out. Zachary Fitzwater to the outside of Michael Beeson, showing that those old tires might not work for the 00. But now Allison Rogers pushing into the middle a bit there, as Lyons with a huge push from Benjamin Tilton. Lyons leads the lap. They're 3 wide at the line. They're 4 wide behind them. And Dylan Young went way high to probably prevent an accident. He still gets in the wall, and he gets in the wall again. Oh, Nico Tringali got him. They saved it. Caution has not come out. Zachary Rogers is down pit road. He might have a fuel problem. Dylan Young saves it. Cavanero's coming down pit road. Nico Tringali, I think, went down. Tringali's got a ton of damage. I don't know why the 3 of Zachary Rogers went to pit. He might be having more problems, and this could really screw him over in the chase this season. Caution flag's out now. And I don't even see the leaders. Whoa, we might have just had the big one. I don't see anybody. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Rogers might have just had his break. Carol Morton leads at the line. Holy crap, huge crash. Robert Rogers. And it looks like the 3 was able to slow down, so he might have got a break. He is a lap down now. Holy crap. Nolan Bergeron, Robert Rogers, Zachary Fitzwater, Tilton, Eric Powers, Sullivan, Tringali. We had a huge crash. Goodwin, Vanasse, Allison Rogers. Carol Morton leads it. We just had a giant crash. And there is a deer in my yard. What the heck? I'll get you guys to crash in a second here. Alright, so these guys are going almost 4 wide. Oh my god. No, they're like 5 wide. Holy crap. Connor's gonna bounce off the wall, gets into Tilton, gets in the Lions. Oh, Fitzwater got in the wall too. Doing a bad camera angle. Oh, they're just all over the place. There's just nothing. You can't see anything right now, guys. Oh my goodness. Everybody's wrecking. Naylor somehow got through that. Tilton getting a huge hit there. Brenda Rogers slicing her way through the mess. They are just all wrecking. Nobody can see anything. Tilton getting more hits. Eric Powers flying in. Vanasse flies in. Oh, Bergeron clobbers into the 11. Look at Bergeron flipping over. Oh, Philip Tringali can't see. Sean Harple, Dylan Young's going to get turned. Oh my goodness, they just... Whoa, look at the 69. Zachary Rogers with a huge move just goes straight under. Oh, Philip Tringali gets clobbered by the 8. This is a huge, huge wreck, guys. Oh, Rogers slows up just like Parker does here. That is a huge crash, and they're still piling in. There's nobody left. Holy crap. Let's take some onboards. First, let's ride on board with some people that made it out, did not get involved. Michael Naylor is one of them. He just never let off, and he made it through this. On board with Brenda Rogers. Oh, she does clip some people, but she still pretty much made it through that. Riding on board with Benjamin Tilton. Oh, wow. Huge hit right there. Tough break for Benjamin Tilton. Riding on board with Nolan Bergeron. Oh, he just can't see a thing, doesn't know to slow down or not, and he just clobbered the 11. Huge hits for him. And riding on board with Dylan Young. You just have nowhere to go. Still running, don't know if he'll continue or not, but let's get you to the race restart. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing here with 12 laps to go. Drivers out of the race: Cody Russell, chaser Robert Rogers, Adam Rogers, chaser Michael Parker, Philip Tringali, Stephanie Vanasse, chaser Eric Powers, chaser Allison Rogers, chaser Benjamin Tilton, Zachary Fitzwater, Nolan Bergeron, Peyton Goodwin, Tony Vieira, Skylar Dixon, Sheila Sullivan, Sean Harple, chaser Connor Breton, and Michael Amato. We just lost a whole crap load of cars, 16 plus. Zachary Rogers, Nico Tringali, Alan Cavanero all a lap down. Kyle Morton leads it to the green. Max Neweth in second. Frank Hopkins third. Michael Santos fourth. Michael Naylor fifth. Brenda Rogers sixth. Sam Rogers seventh. Cameron Gaddu eighth. Greg Lyons ninth. And John Linares 10th. And Brenda Rogers does seem to have some damage. She is not going, and nobody pit out of the people that have stayed out. So I think they could make it green now due to all the damaged race cars. Cavanero up to speed, but he is a lap down. Him and Zachary Rogers at the pit for fuel. If they did not have to, they probably would have been in the wreck. Frank Hopkins in third. Max Neweth, bottom of the points and chase standings, is second. He's going to gain something good here if he can win this race. Cameron Gaddu is still racing. So he does have a shot to maybe get up there. But you can just see you got a lot of slow cars. Micah Kidney, Carvalho, Brenda Rogers, Beeson, Dylan Young. Nico Tringali is slow. Other than that, everybody's pretty much up to speed, I guess. Zachary Rogers is going to get a top 20 after all, as Frank Hopkins is looking under Carroll Morton. They're coming to 10 laps to go. As Frank Hopkins is still looking for his first career victory, and he's been racing since season 3, I think, full time. Actually, it might have been last season. I'm always getting confused. Carroll Morton looking back for the lead. Oh, they're almost 4 wide back there. Naylor let off though. Hopkins with the lead that lap by 100th of a second. 9 to go. Carroll Morton to the lead. Michael Santos up here in the chase. Him, Newith, and Naylor seem to have the best shots to win. Sam Rogers up to 6th. He might have something to say if he can catch up to the pack here. There's John Linares, Cameron Gadu. And they could catch some lap cars here as well. Who knows? That's if they keep it green. As Santos to the bottom. Morton's going to lead that lap. And they're 4 wide again. 4 wide on the bottom. Oh, boy. Morton into the wall. Turns into Frank Hopkins. Frank Hopkins turns to 47. Caution flag is back out. Carroll will get it back going. And they do have enough laps to go back green. Who's going to lead it at the line? It's going to be Max Newith in the 54 leading it at the line. 5th caution of the day. Yep, 5th caution of the day here at Michigan. So Carroll Morton just went for a lone spin. And the caution flag comes back out. Nobody being able to get in front to get their lap back. Zachary Rogers probably would have had the best shot to do that. Cavanero was back here as well. And they're going to have a single file restart, so the top 5 probably have the best shot to win. Sam Rogers up to 4th now. So we pretty much saw what happened to the 47. Also, all the slow drivers are now in the back. Well, except for the 44s in front of the 47. So we will get you guys to the restart in a little bit. Getting ready to go back racing. We will have 3 laps to go when the green flag drops. Max Newith leads, Michael Santos 2nd, Michael Naylor 3rd, and Sam Rogers 4th. So you got 4 chasers in the top 5. Frank Hopkins is 5th. Now out of these top 5, Frank Hopkins is the only one without a career victory. And then you got 2 lap down cars in Zachary Rogers and Alan Cavanero. Benjamin Dion 6th, John Linares 7th, Cindy Vieira 8th. Cameron Gadu, your points leader entering today's race and probably leaving, is 9th. And Greg Lyons is 10th. So the pace car will head down pit road for the last time, hopefully. I'm sure these guys could keep it green now. They did have a double file restart that last time. They won't this time. And with the number of cars that are up to speed, I think they can keep it green. Max Newith, bottom of the chase standings, looking to maybe get himself back in contention. Well, they will head to a road course next week. Green flag is back out here at Michigan. Naylor and Hopkins going to the top. Sam Rogers not really going to get that draft from the 20. Here comes Michael Santos. Santos has not won yet this season. He's in the chase, but he hasn't won yet. looking for, I think it would be his 5th or 6th career victory. 2 laps to go at Michigan. Don't mind the giant trash truck driving by. Of course, when we're at the finish of the race. And they're still racing. Santos on the inside. Newell trying to get a run on the outside. Michael Naylor, Frank Hopkins. Cavanero under the 17. They're coming to the white flag. Santos with the advantage. He's cleared the 54. 1 lap to go at Michigan. Santos trying to hold off Michael Naylor from getting his 2nd win of the season. Here we go down the back straightaway. One last time. North with an outside run. Giving the 20 a bit of a push. Trying to make sure Toyota wins the race. Here comes Max North to the bottom. North with a huge run. Coming out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air. Max North with a last turn pass wins the Quicken Loans 400. He timed that move perfectly. Santos 2nd, Naylor 3rd, Hopkins 4th, Sam Rogers 5th, John Lanier 6th, Benjamin Dion 7th, Cindy Vieira 8th, Cameron Gadoo 9th, and Carol Morton comes home 10th. Rest of the chasers that were in the race, Dylan Young 13th, Micah Kidney 16th, and Zachary Rogers 18th. Hope you enjoyed today's race. We'll be heading over to Europe for the last out-of-country race. That will be at Clawhammer, a road course. We'll see the Truck Series and the Cup Series competing there. And I will see you guys in England, or Europe, I should say. I don't know why I keep saying England.